All right, I've got to share this with the world. I vibe coded an iOS app in about 3 hours using a new Agentic IDE called Kiro. And it really is kind of awesome. So it's probably going to take me longer to build this video than it took me to build this app. And this is a game changer. And I'll tell you why in a moment. Let me demo what I built for you. I have an 18-year-old daughter who's getting ready to go off to college and wants to record her classes. So I'm thinking, okay, well, great. There are AI apps that we can use out in the cloud. Why don't we build an app that can build a transcription, then summarize the transcription and give us information like what questions were asked during class? What assignments do we have in that class? And summarize the entire class, as well as give us the full audio transcription and tell us, identify individual speakers. Okay, so I built this in like 3 hours. So I started with the on-device recording on the Apple iPhone, which is okay, but it doesn't have all those features. So then I went ahead and I hooked in AWS Transcribe or Amazon Transcribe. And I'm going to start recording this just to demo this app. And so let's say that I'm an instructor. My name is Ted Trentler, and I'm presenting a class on, I don't know, how to use cloud formation templates to build applications. I tell people that I have a resource out on github.com/ttrentler. I have a repo that has a cloud formation template that will build cloud formation or will build Minecraft servers uh, using spot instances very affordably in AWS. Okay, so are there any questions? And I could ask for questions. I want to see if this gets into my transcript. Okay, but your homework when you're done watching my demo is to go to Kiro, Kiro.dev, and download this tool and play with it. I'm going to demo it for you in a little bit. The really cool thing about this app is I have the app open here inside of Xcode, but I didn't write a single line of code to get this functionally working. Okay, so all of this, I didn't even edit one line, which is really kind of amazing. Were there questions and answers? Were there errors along the way that the ID troubleshot? Yeah. But now I have my recording being processed, and we're going to see the results here in probably about 10 seconds. Okay, so I'm seeing here in my console that my transcription is done from Transcribe. And now I actually have a summary document as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hit View Results. And here is an AI summary. So here are the main topics that I talked about. Using AWS Cloud Formation templates to build applications. Deploying Minecraft servers on AWS using spot instances. And I talked about Kiro.dev. Cool. Here are the key points. And what I spoke, I said my name. I talked about my GitHub repo. And that this lecture is going to be a demo of that app, of the Kiro.dev app. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe there are a couple changes here. I asked for questions. There were none. I gave some homework. Here's an action item, and then here are key takeaways. Pretty cool. Well, Ted, I want the entire spoken timeline. So here's by speaker identified in the timeline. Then here's the full transcript. So if there are other speakers, it will identify them and show them in here. I think this is pretty cool. I also have a history here, and I can see the recordings. I can go back and click on these, and I can play back the audio recordings. That sounds like me. Okay, cool. That's pretty awesome. And I have, a full iOS interface here. So I can go back and see the history. I also can delete these as well. Pretty cool app for 3 hours worth of work for iOS, right? And I didn't have to edit a Swift file. So what did I do? How did I start? Well, here I am in Kiro. And here are all the files that were created for me. And I basically just started with one prompt. Okay, and my prompt, as I go all the way up to the top here, yes, there were some questions and answers here. but I want to build an iOS app that students can use to record a class up to 2 hours in length. I even misspelled length. And when done recording, obtain both the transcript of the recording as well as a summary. I'd also like to identify individual speakers. And it created a project framework for me. This is pretty cool. And then as I went through, I added more requirements. Now, this is just strict vibe coding. I came up with an idea and I asked it to do this for me. But Kiro does some other things. I think of this as an agentic AI project manager. Okay, rather than just a vibe coder, this is like vibe project management. It will help you build overview files to steer your project development and to-do lists. Let me close these up here. So these files that I have here, my product, it describes my product overview. I've got a markdown file here that shows the project structure and the tech that I'm using. Okay, I can change these and rebuild my product according to these specs or add to-dos in here by just adding bullet items. This is really cool. And I haven't even scratched the surface of the project management features here. But build my whole tech stack. Not one file. I don't want to vibe code just one file. I want to build the whole project, the front end, the back end, the middleware. These are all different steps that we have to do. It's a great product to be able to get things into production. I've got so many really cool app ideas. This one, obviously, I built using my AWS internal accounts, so I'm not bringing this one to market. Okay, but I think I'm going to take a couple weeks vacation because I've got some ideas I want to do on my account. This is available totally free. So my recommendation is go on out to Kiro.dev, Kiro.dev, and download the demo. It's in preview right now and free trial.